Hotty toddy, gosh almighty, who the heck are they? Hey, flim flam, bim bam, Ole Miss. By golly, and welcome to Hemingway Stadium where the Rebels are ready to take the field. Today we have a top 25 matchup on hand with two of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Buffaloes will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it out. It's Bentley. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down here for the offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking left. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Apparently, line number one on the game plan, attack now, immediately.
And this quarterback, he smelt it. He knew he had an opportunity. This is a guy who loves taking shots.
Going for the big play. And he makes the grab, but he's out of bounds. Incomplete pass.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news...
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down.
Lion, 42 Spider, 4-2 Spider.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass. It's Dart. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. He's on the loose. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Colorado. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Davis. Smashes through the tackle. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. On the run, it's Parrish. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
To throw, it's Dart. Fires left. He's got an open man. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Man, find your matchups you want. You got a slot matched up on the DB. I can take advantage of this. He's so quick. Those are where you put your faster twitch guys that can win inside right now, give it to him, and win outside right now, give it to him. Find those matchups.
Moving away from pressure. Gets rid of it. Makes the grab. It's Harris. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. It's complete. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a man. It's Dart. Pulls it in. And he will score! Touchdown, Rebels!
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. A man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team out there getting set. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The offense lining up for a first down play. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Not in lockstep there with the receiver. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Motion from the offense. It's a draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. There's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
Makes the catch. It's Hunter. Still running at the 40. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Buffs!
And man, that play looked a little bit too easy. 4th down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes with a quick strike up top, covering 79 yards. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Bentley. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking for a gap. It's Parrish. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Let's see what they've got on second down.
325. Hornet.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to throw, it's Dart. Finds a soft spot in the middle. The Rebels will move the sticks.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
They'll throw it on first down. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback is snowed under. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Going up top on first down. Quick strike complete. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage. For the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch, that time the defender was just way too close, all over him. He tackles him for no gain.
They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Back to throw, it's Dart. Unloads it left. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Gonna take a shot. Ball in the air, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And defensive backs you think don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Second and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Threads it inside the 10. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Love the play call here by the offensive coordinator. You can sniff it. You can smell in the air. Blood in the water. Now we're taking a shot. You've got the athletes to go execute. Just dial it up.
And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 2nd and goal, they give it to him again. See if he's got a nose for the goal line. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Fielded in the end zone, it's Horn. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to move it through the air. Fires and picked off. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
That makes the score Ole Miss 28, Colorado 14.
And the Rebels will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Horn. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. To the air on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
Number 12.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got
moving toward the end zone, and fumble! And this bounces out of the end zone. It'll be a touchback and a turnover. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Davis.
Returner is tackled down at the 17, and your Ole Miss Rebels will take over. First and 10.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because it's...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to, and as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
They move the tight end all over. Give to the running back. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of it.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. You get that turnover, and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover...
Got enough space. Touchdown, Rebels. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Horn. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just...
And he's running in the open. Inside the 30. Past the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Colorado.
Number 5.
This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Davis. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but, David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tighter, cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass, it's Dart. Finds his target down the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
And it's picked off for the third time today. Touchdown, Buffs! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
Play the analytics here, and you go for two. He's looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone. Two-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game.
How about that, guys? That's basically a 15-point swing. Defense gets a pick six, and then your offense gets the two-point conversion. Wow.
He'll bring it out. It's Davis. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
He's back to throw on second down. Pocket starts to collapse. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Let's see what they do on third down. Dropping back, it's Dart. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Hey, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Takes a hit as he fires. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Ole Miss 42, Colorado 35.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Right on target this time. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Looking deep. And it's caught inside the 30. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the first down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Buffaloes headed quickly to the line. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking for a man. It's Sanders. Spits it out to the back. Another incompletion on third down.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now it's 4th and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And it's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other squad.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Yeah, and a nice job by this defense. This is a critical moment, right? We got to get the football back. They're backed up, thank goodness. Force a punt here, get the football back so we can make some magic here in this 4th quarter.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Got him downfield. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, this defense is trying to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working. That last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
2nd down, and the defense has no choice but to sell out to stop the run. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. To the air, it's Dart. Got his man on the right. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together? Maybe go tie this game. Maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
He looks that one in nicely.
Hey, and this is the time where I'm a defense. I'm slow to get up. I'm making sure I stay on that offensive player. I'm trying to eat up as much clock and make this offense burn as much clock power as I can.
And this coaching staff right now, you know they're looking at the analytics too, right? How many timeouts do we have left? Do we want to think about dialing up some play calls that get guys catching the football, get the ball out of bounds to stop the clock? We've got a good rhythm right here. You're in a good position in the field to go win this thing, but you've got to be really smart with your play calls.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Snagged in the middle. It's Miller. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Lost a throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Miller. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. DB's right up on the receivers. Now from inside the red zone. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Man, what a play by the defender. Thrown into the end zone, he swats it away. When a game's this close, this late, that's a play when we look back on this one that maybe helps win the game for this team.
Pressure coming. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. A 3rd down try for the offense. Looking downfield, it's Sanders. Coming after him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. Fires to the middle. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. First down here for the offense. Leaves it with the back. Can't get him to the ground. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.